This video did not exist in your reality until you directed your precise attention toward it. Your consciousness collapsed a wave of infinite possibilities to bring you exactly here, to this exact moment in time. Today we are going to dive deep into the ultimate paradox of the observer effect and the quantum field. I am going to reveal to you why your lifelong quest for self-improvement is the very thing keeping you stuck. By the end of this transmission, you will absolutely understand your true power as the ultimate creator of your reality, and you will never look at your perceived flaws the same way again. Have you ever felt that the harder you try to fix your imperfections, the more lost and disconnected from your true path you become? Before we unlock this profound truth, we must understand the landscape of the invisible world around us. The quantum field is not just a scientific theory. From an esoteric perspective, it is the living, breathing canvas of infinite potential. It is a vast ocean of probability waves containing every possible version of you and every possible timeline you could ever experience. Nothing in this field is solid until it is observed. Observation is not just looking at something with your physical eyes. It is the energetic projection of your core beliefs, your deepest emotions, and your fundamental identity. You are not a passive witness in this universe. You are an active participant, a cosmic projector whose very presence forces the field to crystallize into solid experiences. But to project a reality that truly belongs to you, the universe needs to know exactly who is doing the projecting. But what if I told you that everything you have been taught about self-improvement is a fundamental misunderstanding of how the universe operates? From a very young age, society conditions you to believe that you are a work in progress. You are told that you are a broken machine that constantly needs to be fixed, upgraded, and optimized. You spend years, maybe even decades, trying to iron out your imperfections. You try to silence your sensitivity, suppress your intensity, or hide your innate quirks. But in the realm of quantum mechanics and spiritual metaphysics, there is no such thing as a flaw. What human beings label as a flaw is, in reality, a highly specific energetic spike in your personal frequency. It is a unique distortion in your wave pattern. When you try to eliminate these spikes to become perfect and normal, you are actually trying to flatten your own energetic wave. You are trying to become an indistinguishable, smooth line that blends in with millions of other smooth lines. Your consciousness was not meant to be a flat line. The universe does not recognize perfection because perfection is uniform, predictable, and devoid of unique data. By obsessing over fixing yourself, you are actively suppressing the very frequencies that the cosmos uses to identify who you are and where you are in the infinite grid of possibilities. Let us define what your quantum signature actually is. Imagine that the universe operates like a massive infinite radio receiver. In order to send you the experiences, the people, and the timelines that belong exclusively to you, it needs to tune into your specific station. Your quantum signature is the unique energetic barcode of your soul. It is a highly complex combination of your thoughts, your deep-seated emotions, your past experiences, and your core essence. Now here is the secret that the 1% intuitively understand. The smooth, socially acceptable parts of your personality do not make your signal stand out. It is the rough edges, the eccentricities, and the so-called flaws that give your frequency its distinct, undeniable texture. These anomalies are the loudest parts of your energetic broadcast. They are the highly specific coordinates that allow the field of infinite possibilities to locate your exact position. When you try to erase them, you erase your identity on a cosmic level. You become a generic frequency, and as a result, you attract generic, unfulfilling realities. Your flaws are not your burden, they are your cosmic identifier. The danger of healing yourself into anonymity is a trap that catches many spiritual seekers. You embark on a journey of profound awakening, but somewhere along the line, healing becomes a disguised form of self-rejection. You read every book, attend every seminar, and practice every meditation, all with the secret agenda of destroying the parts of you that you deem unworthy. But what happens when you succeed in smoothing out every jagged edge? You lose your gravitational pull. In physics, gravity is created by mass bending space and time. In metaphysics, your personal gravity is created by the density and authenticity of your true self, including your shadows. When you strip away your unique anomalies in the pursuit of pure, sanitized light, you lose your magnetic force. The manifestations you desire simply drift past you because there is nothing within your field dense enough to pull them into your orbit. You must understand that the universe loves contrast. It is the friction of your imperfections rubbing against your divine light that creates the spark of creation. Stop trying to polish yourself into a slippery, frictionless surface. Your soul needs texture to grip the reality you are trying to pull toward you. This is where the observer effect becomes your greatest teacher or your invisible prison. In quantum physics, the observer effect states that the mere act of observing a particle changes its behavior. When you constantly observe yourself through the lens of needing to be fixed, you are actively collapsing the wave of probability into a reality where you are fundamentally broken. Your focused attention on your flaws as negative traits solidifies them as permanent blockages in your life. The universe takes your observation literally. If you say, "I am too emotional and I must fix this," the quantum field says, "Yes, you are broken, and I will now give you a reality filled with situations that prove you need fixing." You become trapped in a never-ending loop of self-improvement that never actually results in transformation. The key is to shift the nature of your observation. What happens when you look at your intense emotions not as a flaw, but as a massive capacity to feel the frequency of the universe? The moment you change your observation from judgment to neutral acceptance, the particle changes. The reality shifts. The flaw transforms instantly into a unique superpower that serves your manifestation. Let us explore the magnetism of asymmetry. If you look at nature, perfect symmetry is incredibly rare and often artificial. The most beautiful and powerful phenomena in the universe are asymmetrical. The rugged peaks of a mountain, the unpredictable branching of lightning, the unique pattern of a snowflake. The universe thrives on organic irregularity. Your personality and your soul's expression are meant to be wild and untamed, just like nature. When you force yourself into symmetrical, rigid boxes of how you should behave or how you should feel, you block the natural flow of source energy. Your anomalies create a dynamic, swirling vortex within your aura. This vortex is highly magnetic. It acts as a vacuum that pulls synchronicity and serendipity toward you. Have you ever noticed that the most magnetic, charismatic people in history were deeply flawed and entirely unapologetic about it? They did not waste their energy trying to hide their shadows. They integrated them. They wore their quantum signature loudly, and the universe responded by bending reality around their immense gravitational pull. You possess this exact same capability within you right now. Think about a real-life example of this quantum resonance. Have you ever possessed a trait that you absolutely despised about yourself? Perhaps you are overly analytical, or maybe you laugh too loudly, or you always speak your mind even when it is uncomfortable. You have probably spent years trying to bite your tongue, quiet down, or shut off your brain. But remember a specific moment when you let your guard down and just allowed that trait to express itself naturally. Often, that exact moment is when you met a soulmate, landed a dream opportunity, or experienced a profound connection. Why does this happen? Because for the first time, you broadcasted your true, unedited frequency. The person or the opportunity that was always meant for you was constantly scanning the quantum radio dial, looking for your specific signal. As long as you were suppressing it, they could not find you. The moment you let the static clear and blasted your authentic, messy, beautiful truth, they locked onto your coordinates instantly. This is not a coincidence. This is the precise mechanical operation of the quantum field, responding to authenticity. The shift from fixing to embodying is the most profound quantum leap you will ever make. To fix implies that something is currently wrong and broken. To embody means to fully occupy the space of what is already there. When you are busy fixing, you live entirely in the future. You tell the field, "I will be worthy of my desires when I have finally resolved all my childhood trauma and perfected my mindset." Because the quantum field only operates in the eternal now, it honors your request by keeping your desires permanently in the future. But when you switch to embodying, you pull your consciousness fully into the present moment. You observe your flaws, your fears, and your insecurities, and you say, "You are welcome here." You stop resisting. Resistance creates heavy, stagnant, energetic static. Acceptance creates a clear, ringing signal. By embodying the totality of who you are right now, flaws included, you signal to the universe that you are complete, and only a complete vessel can hold the massive influx of energy required to manifest a brand new, elevated reality. We must fundamentally correct how you understand the law of attraction. Popular spirituality has watered down this ancient cosmic law into a superficial wishing well. You are taught that if you just think positive thoughts and act perfectly, you will attract what you want. But the universe does not speak the language of human language. It speaks the language of vibration. You do not attract what you want. You invariably attract what you are. If your core identity is a project that needs constant fixing, the law of attraction will obediently bring you endless situations, relationships, and challenges that need to be fixed. You will attract broken people who mirror your own self-rejection. To break this cycle, you must stop identifying as the mechanic of your soul and start identifying as the masterpiece. A masterpiece is not necessarily perfect. The brush strokes might be chaotic and the colors might clash, but it is deeply valuable precisely because it is entirely unique. When you accept yourself as a divine masterpiece, flaws and all, you begin to attract experiences that celebrate you rather than experiences that test you. When you finally stop fighting your unique frequency, something miraculous begins to happen in your external environment. Synchronicity becomes your daily reality. Synchronicities are not random coincidences. They are the feedback mechanism of the quantum field. They are echoes bouncing back from the universe to tell you that your signal is clear. When you embrace your flaws, you align your conscious mind with your subconscious truth. This creates a state of profound energetic coherence. In this state of coherence, the field begins to rearrange itself around you. You will start thinking of someone, and they will call you 5 seconds later. You will ask a question in your mind, and a stranger walking past you will speak the answer out loud. These magical moments happen because you have finally stopped muddying your transmission with the frequency of shame. The universe is saying, "I hear you clearly now. I recognize your signature." We are in open dialogue. Your unedited self is the only self that the universe can truly converse with. Let us talk about the frequency of vulnerability. In the matrix of societal conditioning, vulnerability is painted as a weakness, a flaw that must be guarded at all costs. But in the architecture of the quantum universe, vulnerability is the absolute highest bandwidth of energetic transmission. Why? Because to be vulnerable is to drop the heavy armor of the ego. The ego is dense. It blocks the free flow of source energy. When you expose your true, flawed self to the world, you shatter the illusion of separation. You create a direct, unshielded conduit between your heart and the quantum field. Your vulnerability is a beacon of pure light that cuts through the noise of a million people pretending to be perfect. When you own your insecurities without apologizing for them, you command the energy in the room. You become a master of reality because you have nothing left to hide. The field responds to this fearless transparency by sending you manifestations that are equally transparent, genuine, and profoundly fulfilling. Stop protecting your flaws. Let them breathe. Reflect on a real-life example of a failed path. I want you to remember a time in your life when you failed at something precisely because of one of your inherent traits. Maybe you were too stubborn to follow the rules, or too dreamy to focus on a mundane task, and it cost you a job or a relationship. At the time, you probably cursed yourself. You told yourself, if only I could fix this part of me, I would have succeeded. But look at where that failure led you. Did it not force you onto a completely different timeline? Did it not ultimately guide you towards something far more aligned with your soul? This was not a mistake. This was a direct course correction by the quantum field. The universe used your flaw as a steering wheel to pull you out of a reality that was too small for you. Your quirks and imperfections are built-in safety mechanisms. They are designed to sabotage you when you try to settle for a life that does not match your true cosmic destiny. They are protecting you from mediocrity. Understand that your quirks are literal cosmic coordinates. Navigating the multiverse is not done with maps, it is done with frequency matching. Every single version of reality already exists right now in the quantum soup. The reality where you are wildly successful, deeply loved, and entirely at peace is sitting there, waiting to be collapsed into physical matter. But how does the universe know to place your consciousness into that specific reality? It uses your unique blend of light and shadow. If you try to remove your shadow, you change your coordinates. You end up manifesting a reality that belongs to someone else. Have you ever achieved a goal only to feel entirely empty inside once you got it? That is because you achieved it using a sanitized, fake version of your frequency. You arrived at a destination, but it was the wrong one. To arrive at the destiny that will actually make your soul sing, you must travel using your exact coordinates. Your flaws are the secret numbers in your universal GPS. Do not delete them. This brings us to the danger of mimicking other frequencies. The self-help industry is filled with gurus telling you to copy their morning routines, adopt their mindsets, and mirror their behaviors to achieve success. While inspiration is fine, mimicry is quantum suicide. When you try to copy someone else's way of being, you are essentially trying to tune your internal radio to a station that your hardware was not built to receive. The result is massive energetic static. You feel exhausted, burnt out, and disconnected. You are overriding your unique quantum signature with a counterfeit signal. The universe cannot fulfill your desires because it does not recognize the voice asking for them. Stop trying to be the calm, stoic master if your soul is fiery and passionate. Stop trying to be the loud, outgoing leader if your power lies in quiet, mystical observation. Your true power is found only in your authentic design. Reclaim your original frequency. The universe rewards originality with limitless abundance, while it ignores the copies. We must discuss the quantum collapse of true self-love. Self-love has been deeply misunderstood. It is not about taking bubble baths, repeating empty affirmations in the mirror, or forcing yourself to feel happy all the time. True, potent self-love is an act of radical observation. It is the ability to look deeply at your entire being, the bright light and the dark shadows, the successes and the messy failures, and observe them without the slightest desire to change them. This level of acceptance is a high-level spiritual technology. When you observe yourself with total neutrality and unconditional acceptance, you collapse the wave of inner conflict. The war inside you ends. All the energy you were wasting on fighting yourself is suddenly liberated. This massive surge of freed energy rushes into your manifestation centers. Reality begins to bend to your will effortlessly, not because you finally fixed yourself, but because you finally became whole. Wholeness is the ultimate manifestation magnet. How your thoughts collapse reality around your flaws is a masterclass in creation. Remember, the field is a mirror of your deepest convictions. Let us take the trait of high sensitivity. If your internal dialogue says, "My sensitivity is a curse, it makes me weak in this harsh world," The quantum observer effect instantly goes to work. The field arranges encounters with abrasive people, overwhelming situations, and draining environments to perfectly reflect your observation. You suffer and you say, "See, I told you, I need to fix this." But what happens if you consciously shift your observation? What if you declare, "My sensitivity is a rare cosmic antenna, a superpower that allows me to read the unseen energies of the world"? The moment that observation locks in, the reality shifts. Suddenly, your sensitivity allows you to intuitively navigate a business deal, deeply heal a friend, or create a piece of brilliant art. The trait never changed. Your observation of it changed, and therefore, the universe's response to it was completely rewritten. Emotions are the magnetic force that powers this entire system. Thoughts are the electrical signal that sends your intention into the quantum field. But emotions are the magnetic pull that draws the event back into your physical experience. When you feel deep shame or embarrassment about your flaws, you are emitting a powerful magnetic field of repulsion. Shame is one of the lowest, most contracting frequencies in human existence. It acts as an invisible shield, bouncing your desires away from you. You can think positive thoughts all day, but if the underlying emotion is shame about who you are, nothing will manifest. Conversely, when you look at your quirks with a sense of gentle amusement, or better yet, deep appreciation, you emit a magnetic field of expansion. Neutral observation and self-compassion act as a tractor beam. They align the emotional body with the electrical thought, creating an unstoppable electromagnetic pulse. Own your weirdness with joy and watch how fast the universe rushes to fulfill your commands. Consider the phenomenon of the sudden opportunity. Think back to a moment in your life when you finally just gave up. Not a negative surrender, but a profound letting go. You were tired of trying to change a core part of yourself, tired of pretending, tired of the relentless self-improvement treadmill. You threw your hands up and said, "This is just who I am, take it or leave it." Do you remember what happened next? Almost immediately, did a new relationship blossom? Did a door open that had been tightly shut for years? Did you receive a sudden influx of money or inspiration? This is the classic signature of the universe responding to an unfiltered signal. The moment you stopped generating the static of resistance, your true frequency blasted through the cosmos. The field instantly recognized you and delivered what was waiting in the wings all along. This sudden rush of grace is always available to you. It is just waiting for you to stop apologizing for your unique, energetic design. From an esoteric perspective, your flaws are the archival record of your soul. You are an ancient, multi-dimensional consciousness having a temporary human experience. You have lived through countless timelines, dimensions, and incarnations. The intense quirks, irrational fears, or deep emotional capacities you carry in this life are not random errors in your psychology. They are the scars of past quantum leaps. They are badges of honor in the metaphysical realm. A soul that is entirely smooth and unblemished is a soul that has not ventured far. Your rough edges are proof of your vast cosmic journey. When you try to erase them, you are trying to erase your own history and wisdom. The universe respects the scars of a seasoned traveler. When you honor your flaws as the sacred markings of an eternal being, your aura projects authority. You step into your power not as a broken human trying to become whole, but as a vast, powerful creator who wears the marks of creation with absolute pride. Herein lies the grand paradox of human evolution. You only truly evolve when you completely accept that you are already entirely complete. As long as you are running toward a future, perfect version of yourself, you are trapped in linear time, separated from the quantum field of instant manifestation. The universe operates in a state of isness. To access the power of the field, you must align with this isness. You must look at your messy, complicated, beautifully flawed self and declare, "It is finished. I am whole right now. In that exact moment of radical acceptance, the wave of probability collapses into a particle of pure, limitless potential. You stop becoming and you start being. And from this state of pure being, evolution happens naturally, effortlessly, and rapidly. You do not grow by forcing yourself to change. You grow by allowing the truth of who you already are to expand without restriction. The paradox is that by giving up the desire to fix yourself, you heal everything. It is time to step fully into the identity of the Creator. You are the observer, you are the observed, and you are the quantum field itself, experiencing its own majesty. Everything you have been trying to fix is exactly what makes you powerful. Your sensitivity, your intensity, your stubbornness, your weirdness. These are the divine frequencies that make your signature identifiable to the cosmos. Stop hiding from the universe. Stop trying to blend in with the background noise of an asleep society. Blast your unique signal out into the ether. Let the universe hear exactly who you are, without apologies and without edits. The reality you have been desperately trying to manifest has been looking for you this entire time, but it could not find you because you were wearing a mask of perfection. Drop the mask. Embrace the glorious anomaly that you are. Stand firmly in the center of your authentic frequency and watch as the quantum field instantly shifts to lay the world at your feet. The ultimate truth is this: you are not in reality. You are reality observing itself. When you finally stop trying to fix the unique frequencies that make up your soul, you unlock the highest level of quantum creation. You are not a broken machine. You are a cosmic masterpiece, and your flaws are the very coordinates the universe uses to find you and bless you. I want to thank you deeply for tuning your consciousness to this frequency today. If this transmission sparked an awakening within you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like to help this signal reach others. Now, I want you to anchor this quantum shift into your physical reality. Go to the comments and type the activation phrase, "I am the observer, creating my reality." By declaring this, you signal to the field that you have claimed your power. Tell me, what strange synchronicities or signs have you been noticing in your life lately, now that your true signal is breaking through?